We appreciate the time spent here so far, the sincerity of your time, constructing the page of the show. We just hoping to have more members check this but the as soon as establishing the process, we shall we also appreciate those who are offline. We appreciate you. The few minutes. Seems to be short. Strictly comment. Yes, very sharp, straight to the targets. And thank you very much. I will to take the course. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I did yes. Good morning, fellow Rotarians. And good afternoon. Why am I greeting one today? Maybe it's when the weather is not, it's not looking like afternoon. I'd like to appreciate our district governor of Benin and Rotary and Larry for giving the word for coming. I'd like to appreciate our past district governor, PDG Jide Akeredolu, our AKS, thanks for being here. I also like to appreciate my past district governor, Wale Gubalejo, our RLI chairman, for coming. Good to have you here. I appreciate all presidents here this morning, fellow Rotarians, guests, and friends. I appreciate you all for coming. I don't know what happened, that in the attendance of this book, the leader as a name. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Thank you. Thanks for the Rotary president. Oh Lord, I give up Thank you. And we also appreciate and welcome our past district governor, Paula Kumbale. I'm not bad with that. Welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my district governor. That was the sixth one. And we recognize the benefit of our past district governor, Rotary and also. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Without much ado, we go straight to the opening remarks. My district governor will give us an opening remarks as usual to set the tone onto what we will need to do. I give you opening remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Standing on already established protocol, I'd like to appreciate our leaders staying here with me once again, and all Rotarians that are here. This is Rotary Foundation month of November. The importance of foundation to the existence of Rotary International cannot be bypassed. So it's a very important month for us, and that is why we have called for this seminar today to talk about the foundation, the importance, and all we need to know, and why we must continuously donate to the foundation. The foundation is the heartbeat of Rotary. Without the foundation, a lot of the achievements that Rotary International and even all the districts world over have done may not have been possible without a month like this. It doesn't mean that it's only November that we have to donate to the foundation. We donate all year round. We will celebrate this month as our foundation month in recognition of our donations to the foundation. And that is why we are here. Learning is a continuous thing. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is power. So we must continuously empower ourselves by listening to get knowledge of new things. Things change on a daily basis, and a lot of policies come out on a daily basis. So with seminars like this, we empower ourselves with more knowledge and more understanding of not just Rotary, but also about the foundation. We have so many parts to the foundation. We have grants, we have donations, and donations can come in several ways. It's through seminars like this that we gain such knowledge. And if there are areas that we need more understanding, we have an opportunity to talk to the facilitators who are here this afternoon to impart knowledge and transfer what they know to us. So we appreciate them for coming, and we appreciate all of us that are here this afternoon. Thank you for coming, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ron. That's it. That's just for us to listen. We hope that the intention of this will be achieved. We must retain that leadership position to be the best in the people as a district altogether. I know that is very possible in this weekend. Right. Good afternoon to the item. Is how the district relation accomplishments video. Unfortunately, without planning to be shared much later because of the short coverage. I think the network will be what's to so basically to keep foundation overview updates and goals for the year and others the district local foundation chairman our areas by PG, and KPI. Similar funding to give us such an opportunity.
Thank you very much. District Governor nominee, budget governors. Yes, I'll be giving an overview of what the situation is. And just like the DG said, this forum is there to let us become aware of how the foundation works. And if you understand it well, it makes your life a lot easier. And how funds are raised and how funds are managed and how projects. And many of us, especially the president, have big projects. And they see that I sometimes pity them, straining themselves, begging and calling to raise funds here and there in order to do some of these projects. And there's easy money out in there, the Rotary Foundation, the form of district grants and global grants, that if you know how to do it, your life will be a lot easier. You get one global grant done, get one district grant done, you almost achieve what you want in form of project. And so the Rotary Foundation participation involves you making contributions to the Rotary Foundation and also participating in spending such funds. Contributions this year, first of all, are good for the Rotary years. And this is going to turn out during installation. It's to raise $1.2 billion. And that's why they talk about, and all hands will be on deck for us to be able to achieve that. If we do, obviously we'll be able to retain our position as the best foundation, Rotary Foundation district in Africa. We made that one last year. We hope to be able to retain it also this year. But so far this Rotary year, things have been slow. I looked at my Rotary this morning, we only raised around 194,000. That has gone to the website. There's still some money that will be in transit. And from the time that you pay, and Kelly has to process it and send the notification to Zurich. And it takes about 2 weeks or 10 working days before that on the phone. But on the website, we have 100. I think it's about 200. But that gives us a lot of work to do. We still have to do a lot of considering what our strength is, and that makes many of us are not putting our weight well enough. The minimum that I expect every Rotarian to contribute is that $100 area. And with us approaching 5,000 in our membership, if every person pays early, I'll give us $500 million straight away, like that. And but apparently, we don't put emphasis on our contribution to the Rotary Foundation. We put emphasis on various other things. I met some Rotarians, even some of them who actually applied for the Singapore Convention. I have to send them back more than 5 million. How much have you donated to the Rotary Foundation? Not a call. I'm donated to the Rotary Foundation. That tells you how their priorities are. The Rotary Foundation, the cooperation to the Rotary tells us how passionate you are about Rotary. When those times are hard and things are a bit tough, you will need to rejig your priorities. But if Rotary is still there in your line of practice, you'll be able to make some contribution regularly. Your dues that you pay is compulsory, right? You don't pay your dues, you are chopped down. But your contribution to the Rotary Foundation is voluntary, entirely voluntary, and that's what demonstrates how good a Rotarian you are. And you are not just what you call a rider. The other aspect of Rotary, which we should emphasize, is our participation in form of spending the money that comes to us. You will get all the details of panel of experts out at the high table here about how you spend that money that comes back to us. The money we are spending now, the money that was contributed 3 years ago, and if you know how to access it, form of district grants and form of global grants, you make your life and the life of your club a lot easier. Right now, we have left about $162,000. Actually, in India, we started with about $215,000. From the amount that came 3 years ago, the other fund, the one that came also from the endowment fund, and the rollover. Because if you don't spend it, what just happens that it rolls over to the next 3 years. We have some global grants already that have been money has been allocated to. And we just have about 162,000, some of them for district grants. So the real amount left for global grants is about something thousand. I will hope many of you have actually applied for district grants, and next week or thereabout, we will be actually communicating to all the clubs how much they can get from the form of district grant. But for global grants, the money is still there, and then we go after you learn the process today as to how to apply for the global grants. It's a bit convoluted, but it's straightforward once you understand it and be able to tap to this reservoir of funds. That is always lying there. We didn't spend it completely last 3 years or rolled over to this year. So it's there for you to spend. That is what we are here to learn how to do. That's the brief comment I'll give about an overview of what our goals are. I hope you'll be able to sit back and learn the details which you now get about the Rotary Foundation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. That's another way. They are stated that for us to have made a champion in Africa the last 3 years, we need to do more in different fields. And to do more, each and every one of us have a part to play. But as we move ahead in the session, you will understand the business and the link why it should do what you are doing as the act of Rotary itself. All right. The signature materials will go straight to the next step. Okay. When we get in the context ready, the session, we shall be having a bit of a tweak in the program. That means we have the complete assessment as it is project planning and execution, which will be taken by Deputy Governor of the Larry doing. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My Hope District Governor, our university is Hope residents, fellow Rotarians. The topic of our discussion is community needs assessment as a tool for project plan and execution. Of course, this will be interactive. It's not a lecture. I'm not going to be talking to you. We'll be talking about ourselves. Please let's start at the slide. The learning objectives, someone read it for us. Please read the learning objectives for us.
The learning objectives. Understand the fundamentals of how to develop and execute community needs assessment. Understand that the Rotary Club service project should be based on what the community needs, not what the club wants to give it. Thank you.
Just let's leave my hand up first. Now, how many of us are presidents in this one or past presidents? Current to past. Now, I'm sure that in the course of your tenure, you must have conducted what is called a needs assessment, isn't it? Or didn't you? I can't hear you. You did. And you must have looked at some factors in conducting that needs assessment. So please let's go to the next slide. I'll be skipping the introductory aspect. Please skip that. Skip that. Now, so when you conducted your needs assessment, what did you do? You said you have done it before, isn't it? What did you do and how did you do it? Can we share? Those who have done it before, yes. What did you do and how did you do it?
Good evening. I actually tried this in university. The community I went to was in Java, where we have quite a number of destitute and Eastern language hanging around everywhere. And we look at them, look at what we can give. I did not go to the individual. I was sent to the community head to get all the information that could help the community. So I went to the mosque. That's where I met with one man, and he told me, Rotary have been there for this, that but the education aspect of the community, which is solely based on Islamic, is needed for a little touch and emphasis based on it. So I told them I will be back to help the community. Though it's strictly based on Arabic learning, but we told them to be back there and give them some literary texts where they can help the children communicate in English language and other. That was what I did. We promised to them very soon.
Very much. Is there any other person willing to share? This is interactive, please. Let's come on.
My DJ. Okay, unfortunately observed. Really imaginative year. When we started imaginative year, we looked at the projects that we do, and then we identify a gap in the health sector. In US, because we fall under US, there are 5 wards. And out of these 5 wards, we had 4 health centers. So there's a particular ward that does not have health centers, and then we move around within the community. We had a questionnaire that, okay, how long does it take you to get to the next health center? what is the travel time? So, and all those things. So we had a lot of questions, and the information we got at the end of the day is that there is a need for a center in that area. And so we started, and that was how we started.
So thank you for sharing that. Please, let's go to the next slide. Yes, you see, we do not just conduct the needs assessment. There should be something that will prompt you to say, we need this in a Rotary club or to do for our community. So, why should you conduct a needs assessment? When there is a doubt as to what the most important needs are in order to address those needs in the community, of course, you can go to a community to say, we want to provide this for you in this area. And the community can say, this is not what we want. You might think that they need to go, you might think that they need to fund the project on basic education and literacy. But they might have a different idea of what is the most important need that they want. So, you are giving them what they need, not what you think they should need. You understand? So, if you don't want your project to fall into this day, you need to carry them along to enable them know what you are doing for their benefits. And again, when you have sponsors who are willing to partner with you on your projects, and they say, this is our area of interest. To some companies or organizations, health may be their area of interest, but to you, it may be education or maternal and child health. When a sponsor or a partner tells you that this is the area that we want to fund, it then becomes inevitable for you to say, okay, if this is what you want us to do, let us reach out to the community. Let us ask them, this particular area of interest of this organization that is willing to sponsor or partner with us, do you think that we should intervene with the community so that we can make life more meaningful to you? So you don't just say because there's money, you just have to throw away the money to it. Let's tie into something that is of interest to them, that is significant to them, that will let them have a buy. You need to carry them along. Otherwise, they will not cooperate with you. So when you want to make sure that get communal support for what you are doing, you need to reach out to them. You need to let them know that this is a need for you. You know, some communities we ask you, you are coming here to equip this hospital. What is the need for us? Are you just coming to equip our hospital? What about the training of medical personnel? What about the drugs? What about other issues that are incidental to the project that you want to? So it's not just taking it in an isolated way. Look at the aggregate of what they want and do what they want for them. Of course, somebody mentioned there's a gap. Everybody has been doing this, but nobody has paid attention to this particular kind of project in our community. Don't you think that we help all do this? We don't want water. We don't even need any project or water sanitation and hygiene. What we want you to do, there are lots of frictions in this community. Come up with a project of peace building and resolution of conflicts, which most of us are doing. Of all the 7 areas of focus, that is where we have not embark on any project. And it is very important for us. Even our organization was founded on the grounds of peace building, and resolution of conflicts. But you need not expect or see that as a foreign or as a people. Go and make people to say, no, in this community, we want peace. Your community, I think we can speak to your people to embrace dialogue, to embrace consultation, to ensure that whatever you are doing, there is no conflict in your community. And of course, you have to evaluate whatever you are doing. You have done one before, you want to do another. So, what do you do? Go back to them. We did this for you. Do you still need more of this or another of that? You can replicate a project if they find it convenient for them. However, nothing stops you from embarking on a fresh project that will also add value to that community if that is what they want from you. So at every point in time, you must always do what you want. And it's supposed to be the opportunity of getting information from them. Because the information they give you is a feedback to enable you whether the club is making any impact in that community or not. Don't forget, it is what they need, it's not what they want or what you want. A need is different from the want. So give them what they need so that they can cooperate with you. It is not in all cases that you have to conduct a business assessment. Do you know that it's not in all cases? It's not everything that is true. This assessment, yes, it's important. But it is not necessary to do this assessment when you don't have any doubt about the work to be done. There's a litany of projects for you to do in the community. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this other one. In your interaction with them, just give that opportunity. Okay, let us start with this. We know you have these problems. You have these issues in your community. There is no doubt. Let us take one step before the other. And again, if there is an emergency, we know the need this. Somebody just mentioned now that in the Ikorodu West local government, there was the need for, I think, a health center or doing something with respect to that aspect. So, you know already that this is what they need. Although that does not stop you from interacting with the community, that you know what they need does not exonerate you from interacting with them. Because if you don't get their buy-in, at the end of the day, we not have a smooth stay with that project. So look at it and ask yourself, there's a borehole here, there's a borehole in the next week, there's yet another one where you are coming through Isaac John. It's wasteful. Why do you need 3 boreholes in the community? In a community that cannot afford school uniform or school standards or exercise book for primary school pupils, why do you need to replicate the same project for them? So we need to look at it and say, instead of doing this, let us go to another channel and still give them what they want and the way they want it. You see, giving what they want to be complemented by how they want it. You want water or you want an health facility within this world. Let us say this is a community. World 1, in part of World 1, which is Lado, they have water. World 2, they have an intervention on basic education and literacy. World 3, 4, and 5, they don't have anything. And we are talking about, other areas in the same world do not have. So it now becomes important for you to say, look, in the spirit of equitable distribution of the amenities, we already have one at Lado Capitola, we have one at Joel, Isaac John has nothing, Obakijobi has nothing, Obanakijobi has nothing. Yes, we are still coming back to Lado Capitola and Joel to do things while other areas are getting. So you must understand that those other areas also need your intervention to do what is expected of you. Next slide. Next. So, when you just did an assessment, just provided a project, maybe in June or July, there is no need for you to conduct an assessment as to what that community wants. Move on to something else that is important to them, that you think is urgent to them, that you think is beneficial to members of the community. Don't just look at a part of the community in isolation and say that, well, This place is the most convenient for us to go. My friend is the chairman of the CDA. So because of that, we continue to patronize that particular area of work. That is not what a needs assessment should be. It should be taken holistically. It is something that you must do across the board. It is something that you must engage the community leaders and other stakeholders. In the next slide, we will be telling you how you can do this through some topics. Now, look at our needs. What are the resources available? In most of these assessments of it, a need means something that specifically relates to a particular group or community. It is not usually a universal need, such as the need for food or affection. The need for food or affection is universal for all of us, isn't it? But the need for a particular project or a particular activity that will add value to our lives are different from our need for food. All of us need, whether we like it or not, and we want affection. But beyond that, we must also know that these are the gaps between what institution is and what it should be. I hope you got that. What you have on plan now, this is it. This is how it will be. What is and what ought to be. When we meet a situation of plan, and we think that it will ameliorate that situation, we then resort to need assessment. And of course, those resources are the things of life that can be used to improve the quality of the community life. So, who benefits from identifying needs and resources?
Those experiencing the problems, service providers, community leaders, and community workers.
Now, those are the people who will benefit, generally speaking. It is not you, the Rotary Club, that is conducting that needs assessment that wants to benefit. You are doing it for the good of others. We're in a Rotary Foundation month. And what is the motto of the Rotary Foundation? The motto is not the member. The motto of the Rotary Foundation, the Rotary Foundation. Is there any other person who can share the motto? Because the motto of the Rotary Foundation, pardon me, no answer is wrong, as we say. Fine, doing good in the world. So the good that you are doing it, you are doing it for the people. Yes, we are doing good in the world. But it is through the Rotary Foundation that all the gifts, like the chairman of the Rotary Foundation told us earlier, all our gifts are transformed into service projects, sustainable service projects, viable service projects, significant service projects that are represented all over the world for the purpose of doing good in the world. If there is no Rotary Foundation, Rotary International will not be better than the service than the social club, because it is the foundation that drives our efforts. It is what sustains us. It is the gift for the foundation that we use for doing these projects. It can come as district grants, it can come as global grants. It can come in any form. But we must do good in the world. This one. So, when you are conducting your needs assessment, define your scope and purpose. You must have an idea of what you want to do. Say this earlier. What is the question or problem you want to address? It's not just enough to say, Rotary says, go and do a needs assessment. Everything, you throw it off, needs assessment. What area of activity, what problem do you want to address? There must be a purpose. A needs assessment without a purpose is no needs assessment. Don't just go there for the sake of going. So let's move fast. So look at your methods and sources. Go on. Document and analyze your data, the various data that you get, put them somewhere. We will share these slides with you. Go on. So Because of time constraints, we just have to summarize this. In conclusion, the analysis of the information you obtain from the community needs assessment should be used to develop a strategic plan, identify program options, and identify appropriate services. So, then have to determine if the program or the assessment you are doing relates to a district or global grant. And like I said, when you are doing this assessment, you could look for possible partners that can collaborate with you. It's not a matter of saying Rotary Club of Rotary South want to conduct a this assessment. If you think that collaborating with Rotary Club of Solo will give you a good mileage, involve them, collaborate with them, and ensure that we do it together so that the impact will be very high and felt. So, and look at it, prioritize your projects. We want to do big, better, and bolder projects. What is our priority? Is it just to give this? Make sure that you think big. When you want to do your projects, think big. Gone are the days when you provide elementary things for your community and you expect them that they will applaud us. Now, they also want us to do signature projects. So, in conducting your needs assessment, look for signature projects that can add value to your community, that can give your club the kind of mileage that we think you get in the community of Rotary clubs. On this note, I want to thank you for listening. And if there are any questions at the end of the day, I will be available to answer you. Thank you for listening.
We can do more than that, my DJM. Thank you very much, sir. I'm sure the slides are quite enormous, about 14 slides. Maybe we'll be able to manage 5 slides out of the 14. And yeah, please to send the slides to the president so that you can have access to this detailed information. Thank you very much, my DJM. We appreciate you. May your fountain of knowledge never go dry. Okay. All right. We will take all the questions much later once we are done with all the sessions. So please, you can just note so that some of them may be answered by our other facilitators. So we don't waste much time. We are going to be very fast. For the next 15 minutes, we shall be listening to our PhD, PDG at Diwali Abdulatif of Umbadation of Communication and Self-Concept. We have an activity.
Yes, I hope this. Go ahead. Yeah, allowed. The leaders on the eyes will go, especially my dear, just a few minutes. Fellow Rotarians, you have just 2 minutes. I'm not going to do like that. I'm going to do that. I got nothing like a bullet. We don't interact with it. So, my topic is confusion and stewardship. How many of us know that clause from the qualified capacity financial grants? Your hand up. Okay. Those you are, you know, I want to ask you. You for you right. It's very nice already. Okay, now each club, even each district must qualify every year for either the district and then the clubs under the distribution grant every year. Not that because you are qualified this year, it has transited to next year. No, each year you must be qualified. So that's what we go to the objective. At the end of this session, of course, must understand club qualification, not to what is the product for. Then the vision. Go to the vision. That is welcome. Please. Welcome, sir. So, next slide, definitions. Qualification as defined by any dictionary, is a condition that must be fulfilled before a right can be acquired. That qualify, as the qualify to go to university, not have certain grades in your SSC. To qualify to the you must have certain, you must have had your MSc. That's qualification. And stewardship is the careful and responsible. Those are important. Management of something entrusted to your care. That's worship. And then when something is given to you, the way you handle it, that's about worship. And in this time, we're talking about grant funds. Funds from all of us and some funds from outside our country. How do we ensure that we handle this fund in a transparent, prudent, and responsible manner? That's our story. So that's the figure. Okay, next. Now, for any club to qualify for any grant activity in the other district of Google, there's a what we call a grant management seminar. And every year, they come this store, we announce, usually takes it before the year starts. And all clubs, especially the incoming president and the incoming financial chair, are meant to attend this grant management seminar. And at that grant management seminar, they are meant to sign an MOU. The MOU to say, yes, we know if you take grants, this is how we must handle it, these are the steps we must take. So not sign it because this is also signed with the foundation. This committee is known as the foundation will sign. I'm sure the idea to sign for this current care sign for the past 3 years. That's where it's done. So if you don't attend, then you have lost the right to any grant for that. You know that our response is not cancer, so all of the needs nobody. So that's why each district must qualify and the work will qualify. But even at the level of this, what it's not enough to meet all our needs. So if some people don't come, that's good for those who come, so they can enjoy what is there. So send them when you at seminar, or you take it away, president, sure, you bring it back, sign before the closing date. But you get as well and bring back and tell it all the students. But that's where it's done. And then once qualified, you can persuade the grant activity for that year. Like I said, this is also qualified by the foundation. Next step. Sustainability, what did I talk about? What is sustainability? Sustainability is the ability of that to get to go beyond the point of the grant from the foundation. And why must we talk about this? If I give you something, you must be able to show me that you can look at that thing for a long time. That's why sustainability is important. It must be built to get revenue beginning. Don't build it to it, you have lost. The time you are not being part in good worship. So the sustainability factors must be built in. I think very spoke about community. That's the major part. But if the community is not ready for that project, there's no point in doing that because they won't look at it. So all the funds of the LFO and the other side are using are not waste. Each community wants deserve that prayer to give to them. And it was carry them along in thinking about it, in planning for it, in executing it. Don't just be doing prayer for them, they don't know anything about. You must carry them along, they must be part of it. They don't do some of this community, a contract that they can carry out. So they feel that this thing belongs to us. That instead of belonging to us, that's the point of planning, not when you are done it. There must be a part of that in planning, in executing, in putting it through. So the sustainability factor is key, and there are these, the government, the community members, actually that could be the youth, could be the market map, the city, those who are important in influencing the government, we can want to involve in needs assessment and carry them along the other line. And there must be hands-up and say by Rotary. We are not saying we should project and grow funds. We don't want all the funds have oversight responsibility of it and ensure that the fund does what they want it to do. It's not just Baba comes and say, I'm a in my community, okay, Baba, you can do it then, okay, you can do your own. That's not the way it is. You want it as a business. That's a complexity building. It's not because the Rotary says you can do it, no. It must be complexity building. Just if you want to run a business in success. That's what you look at everything. The use of appropriate technology, again, you go to the community, they can't even afford to buy standard that the general regulations. Then we'll go and give them the bulk that will need pumping machine, that will need generator. You know, think of what is appropriate for them that they can afford to maintain. These are the plans that ensure that these projects are sustainable. Don't go and do a water with different plants in the community that they cannot afford to maintain different plants. It's a waste of money. So go there in a year's time, it's done, it's finished. I think it's a global grant. After the cater in about 5 years, we can go and look at that project. I think it's not the district. So these words are important and it's set very important for to ensure that we can financial records. Please use checks. Don't use cash to carry out projects. Use traceable documents. This money is for this. They can trace it because you get, I'm talking about global kind of business now. When you give that your application to the foundation, you told them, when I go and partner, we do the monitoring and evaluation. You cannot in the middle of the way say, no, it's not the money and partner. No. The people you said to them, and the people who are supposed to you said you do. And it will be traceable. There must be document that can show you really things that you pay them. Oversight of fund that said that you must have that. The person of the regularity states, if you are in the club, and you say that district grant of global grant is being stupidly managed, say it. Nobody is going to kill you. When you sign it to things to financial share. Please, I think this project is not being well carried out. I think they're from back to back with the fund of it. Send it to him, give him anything. But whatever happens to you, the club can derail the plan. I mean, this can be blackmail and blacklisted because of that interview. So please, let us all be responsible. Don't say it's only those who think that the project. No, they are the ones recognized. Does not mean that we are not important. So you must be willing to say what is wrong. Document retention plan, please. This is just only from email. You can only go back and retrieve any document. Because our archival system is small. Most of them don't have any archive. Except the one that one president gets, other president gets. So please put all the documents on soft copy. So that if you need to produce those documents in 5 years, just go to your mail and everything comes up. Pictures, documents, everything comes up. Conformity with local laws or which guidelines, whichever is more stringent. That's what we say. You must conform to the local laws or whichever is more stringent, not one that is easier. Protection plan, sometimes the major contractors can move away from the board. So there must be a way of saying, you know what, let's understand this man. You get to Japan. Who will continue this project? So there will be somebody ready to step in case somebody moves. That's what they're talking about the protection plan. Time submission of the report. The report must be submitted if it lasts of the year, and then every other year. But every year after that. And when you finish it, 2 months after your father report must get the foundation. Next slide. Okay, I'll start reporting now. Now, failure to meet this timeline can result in problem for the district, not just for. Like I've had so many complaints sent to me in the beginning of this project, and I'm sure that they're going to get it too. That this project is delayed, and I'm about to call people. Please, your prayer is what are you doing about it? I know I called them only doing it. Everyone is looking at me. I called them that they say your prayer is late. You have finished that. Oh, yeah, I'm not the project. Other project. This time, give me a round of applause to this young lady. Stand up, amen. And like, where is the agreement? We are meant to stand up. Then this guy, don't be a mentor. PDB, color the work, finish your and okay with this all but that even fix that. He almost gradually drove that project. I think they won that project. Within 1 year, 501 units have been saved from 30 days. But the same the data, the data. 501 children who are died have been given the chance to survive. Actually, Papa General. It's a wonderful thing when I was not talking about it, how the thing I was doing it. So I was thinking that because you really did a wonderful thing. And of course, everything is the champion when it comes to global. So really, these two ladies are wonderful. We need to know. And I think, I don't know whether they are part of the within network, my addiction, I think you are part of the Rotary network. And they should be. And then they should be. They should be. Where is the thing you have to do? Okay, they should be. So all reports are submitted online by the primary by the primary contact and the DG host, the DG foreign, and the DRC who can also sign for those who supposed to go to. Next slide. Mrs. O'Grandpa, I've told you, please, we are all expected to try, investigate, and ensure that if you find anything wrong with you, please support. Because, like I said, it's not your money, it's not my money, it's everybody's money. And for those that don't come from other parts of the world. Therefore, so we are not there, therefore, we messed up the first one. But we are Rotarian. Integrity is one of our 5 core values, and we must ensure we really do that. Those who and I said, those who are searching for peace, send your stand statement to PRS. You will investigate what we doesn't get involved and then it will be a bigger one. Next slide. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'll be able to make sure I use my meeting with So these are the resources. I'll tell you guys so that we can thinking. Wow.
Put your hand together and they will leave that region. Thank you very much, sir. You few seconds. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. The content is rich. It was well researched, and you will see that the implementation is detailed. It comes to send the details in the light to Asia, Korea, so that they can show more and they go there. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. God bless you. All right. At this point, to put your proposals together and bring it forward after the other sessions. Once again, I present on the treatment of the paper, the corner showing for very much. Again, thank you for being part of this. All right, so it's a nice item, and that's listening to artistic for sharing that the way of somebody on the we should help on assessing foundation grants, the districts and people assessment. I know the people spend the time with soon as usual.
Distinguished leaders of Rotary, especially the chairman of the Rotary Foundation. I think I should especially recognize the fantastic leader here at City. Chairman wanted to ask you, are you a student or? Huh? You are very welcome. Then how do you feel? District Rotarians, even though we are very lean, it doesn't mean that we will not achieve our purpose today. The purpose of being here is to enlarge our stock of Rotary Foundation knowledge, especially as it affects grants, how you can access and do many of these things. I'm happy to see my president here. You are very welcome in that. Leaders, my topic is assessing foundation grants. But I must tell you that my paper alone will not teach you how to assess foundation grants. Every paper you have listened to from DGN, Lanre Adedoyin, to Wale Ogunbalejo, to even the introduction made by the chairman of the Rotary Foundation, Rotary and PDG and PDG, all of them are very, very important. It's going to be very, very bad for anybody who is coming late because all the papers are very, very important. So going to the paper, I gave an introduction, and please take note of that introduction. This seminar, I didn't say my paper. So this seminar will provide the basis for grant application, execution, monitoring, evaluation, and reporting. Take notes, that has been mentioned by the budget just now. Only qualified clubs can apply for the foundation grants. Sometimes next week we are going to sit together and look at all clubs that have applied for district grants. We are going to look at them together and see whether in the first place they are qualified. The larger objective of this seminar, therefore, is to give you tools that are needed to determine whether your projects are eligible for grant funding and ensure you have the knowledge and resources to manage the funds successfully. An understanding of the 7 areas of focus is very, very crucial. 7 areas of focus, and somebody volunteer the first one. Number 1, 7 areas of focus. I don't want to. 7 areas of focus. What's the first one? The first one is organized. The Rotary is a very organized system. What is the first one? Is the first one. Are you very sure, sir? What is the last one? The one that came in the 7th one. The environment. You got that one. The first one has to do with peace. Without peace, you can never do anything. Followed by the health ones, about 3 of them are tied to health, including water and sanitation, and some other basic ones. You need to know the 7 areas of focus at your fingertips. Very, very important. Next, we are looking at 2 main grants. Does anybody know any other grants apart from these 2? District grants, global grants. Yes? Look at the definition there. District grants fund smaller, short-term projects that address the immediate needs in your community or abroad. Take note of the word. They are smaller and short-term as against global grants. So we talked about sustainability and other conditions. All of them are very important. Look at the next one. They are single annual block grants, make it up to 50% of their PPF. You mentioned that when I was talking to you. The money we are going to share this year is money made 3 years ago by this district. So the DDF is the district designated on net. District grants can fund multiple club and district projects, which should be local or international. This is not of that. Small and short-term projects that align with the foundation goals or fall within the area of focus. I underline the area of focus that you cannot the importance. 7 areas are very crucial. Yes, next. Now, district grants qualification. Some of them have been mentioned earlier today, but we need to go about it. The number 1, what is number 1 there? Just tell us if you have seen it. Number 1, the qualifications. Attend district grants management seminar. This seminar is usually held in June. Any club that did not attend last June now cannot be qualified. That's number one. Very, very important. It's not very generous, not the president alone, but somebody must represent your club in that seminar. Number two, submit signed district MOU is very, very important. You might attend, and if you submit the district and the MOU, you are not likely to get it. See, the club must specifically open an account for the project. Ogunbayo mentioned that there must be a separate account for the project. And usually what we do in our research is to make sure that you open the account, you give us details of the account. And at the end of the day, before you are giving your money, your own share of the funds must be put in that account before the district will release the authority. The project community needs assessment. DJ Larry spoke about that. Project community needs assessment proposal must be submitted by the club. You don't say you are just going to do a club and just get on the road and be joking all about. You must have conducted your needs assessment, subject of exceptions, which he told you just now. The club must be a contributing club. It's very, very important. If we look at the records, for instance, you apply, you want 500,000 for district grants, as district grants. And we realize not a single person in your club has contributed to the foundation. Not even every $100. I assure you, you will not get it. Your club will not get it. Your club must be a contributing club. And the report of previous district grant must be submitted. It's very important. See what Ogunbayo just spoke about. If you will not submit the report of the last one you get, you are not going to get anyone this time around. So these conditions are very, very important. This qualification. Next. Now we want to go to global grants. We have treated district grants. Let's look at global grants. Global grants support the mission of the Rotary Foundation. Can anybody tell us the mission of the Rotary Foundation here? Some of you don't know the motto of Rotary Foundation. What about the mission? What is the mission of the Rotary Foundation? Eh? The motto is really good the world. What about the mission? The mission. Is that the mission there for you? Is to enable Rotary members. When you say Rotary members, it has more greater meaning than Rotarians. When we say Rotary members now, we are talking of Rotarians, we are talking of directors. Very, very important. To enable Rotary members to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace by improving people's health. All those areas of focus are summarized here now. By improving people's health, supporting quality education, protecting the environment, and eliminating poverty. All the 7 areas of focus are already embedded in that simple definition of the mission of the Rotary Foundation. Global grants, activities that can be funded. Let's look at them. Number 8, global grants support sustainable projects that are measurable outcomes. Must be measurable, that are aligned with Rotary's areas of focus. Your project can touch one, can touch two, so we are able to design projects that maybe affect about 4 areas of focus at the same time. Taking care of education, taking care of health, taking care of living peace, and living the environment. B, by working together to respond to real community needs, clubs and strengthening their global partnership. Understand the word here, global partnership. You need international partners to be able to do global grants. C, global grants create opportunities beyond what a club can ordinarily afford. Next. And you have been told that, you have been told about the projects recently done by Rotary Club of Amole Gold. Bagada is the master in this area. I've just got one night about that something $1,000 Where will you get that plan to do projects? Even if you task every member of your club to pay 1,000 or 1,000,000, you won't do it. So that is why it's very important to be a master, to undergo the process of how to write and prepare global grants. Have we finished it? No, please go back a little bit. The next one, did we finish there? Yes, okay. Global grants create opportunities, yes. That ordinary grants cannot create. Now look at this. Activities that can be funded. I've looked about this. Let's move to the next one. Sorry, no, please say that. ADI says you must plan and design a project that will make an impact in your community. Please take note of that. The project must be able to make an impact in your community. And to make an impact, you must have done your needs assessment. B, the project must be that where the community needs. That's the needs assessment. Write a proposal of the project. There are experts in our district now. So please make sure you learn. D, prepare a budget for the project and financial management plan. If you don't have a budget, you're on your own. Not accessible. Next. Look for partners, international and local. International partner, very, very compulsory. F, notify the district about the projects. The Bible tells us that our life so shine to the world that we can see our good works and glorify our Father in heaven. No matter what you are doing in your club locally, you must notify the boss and the district. I mean, the district must be carried along. G, apply for a global grant. It's there online in brackets. It must be online. You must be able to sit on your laptop and do this work with diligence. It's not easy. Please take note of H. Assessment result must be included in your global grant application online. Now, see how the one leads to the other. Your assessment result must be included in your global grant application online. I, the benefiting community must be involved in the project. It's another thing. It's not for your club alone to be jumping about that. No. The community must be represented. They must be involved. And of course, the cost of the project, to take note of that, must not be below 30,000 naira. Dollars. Thank you. I love naira so much. It must not be below $30,000. And of course, last year somebody asked that question. That's why I have to put that here. Why the maximum that can be approved from the 1 fund is not anything above $400,000. But even if you do ordinary $20,000 project, you know what that one means in Nigeria today. So that is why global grant is the one that can give you big, bold, better, and robust projects. Next, okay, again. Look at this one. A, completion of qualification process. These are very necessary steps. To complete that process, you will implement district MOU. Very, very important. Like I said before, we are repeating again. Online application process, you must do it. You must grant requests within 7 areas. Sorry, grant requests must be within the 7 areas of focus. Very, very important. We have mentioned them from peace to the environment. And requests must involve Rotary clubs in other districts, not a one-man show. Very, very important. Next. Important note for club qualification. Philip Jogumayo mentioned this when he was talking. Okay, I'm not ready. Payment of district and RI dues. If you have not paid your district dues, you don't know what to talk about. If you are not paying your RI dues, you are on your own. Some class are being checked now at the end of this month, you don't know what will happen to them. Please take note, payment of RI and district dues. 2, complete a ground management seminar course. I've mentioned that. Attending that seminar in June qualifies you for that. Number 3, sign an MOU. And number 4, apply for the grant by filling the form. Next. I said it here again, to be able to access both districts and global grants each year, districts and clubs must complete the qualification process stated before. It's not only the clubs that apply for grants. How do you know that? The district too can apply. And both the districts and the clubs need to get qualified. Next. These are the resources where you can get some of these things we have said, put together. Just look at them. And even though hard copies are not available, you can have the soft copies of this presentation and know where you can learn from. Next. I thank you for participating.
Put your hands together one time for village on so far. Thank you very much, sir. I think we are going to get the slides. I'm going to get the slides for village which I'm going to share with those before we leave. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. And we feel that thank you for us. I'm proud of the too. Okay. Once again, we can still note your points, note your concerns or clarifications we should do much later. Why it was speaking to us, the witness of very positive governor for the party. Thank you very much for being part of this. Yeah, so would you like to be? I know it's busy, but we'll soon go to the same content. All right, so I would like to hand over the microphone to material show on the OE taking out some approach to identify the partnership district resource network. Which has been in this particular segment and going to be making it very fast as usual. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Again, I especially recognize Oshuka, the student. I can assure you that I have not seen as a student for the past 10 years which have very good seminar. Thank you, sir. Now, this is not a speaker paper where you have been told how to attend and how to do magic now. This is a paper approaches to identifying project partners, and this is resource network. Now, it has always been there, but recently we have got a too active. They are supposed to have a district resource network, whereby clubs can approach that network, that resource group, who will direct you can submit your global project proposal. They will embrace it for you. They will perfect it for you and guide clubs. And who are the resources? Look at all of them here. We are going to form them into a group. And anybody who has had an experience in global projects, we are going to combine names and form a group. We have aware clubs want to write a project or want to not just write. Even as the project goes on, you can consult that with salt network, or perfection. Now, apart from these two, who have had experience in global projects, apart from the Bagada people, what was that? Maryland, yes, Maryland. Maryland, yes, what was that? Lagos Central used to be very active in the PDP with the room. They used to be at the forefront, but with the demands of David Gavin, you people went to sleep. Yes, but one thing I want to warn people about global grants is that if you are not passionate about it, you will not be able to stay through. And if you are passionate about it, you will involve yourself too much and lose money. If you are passionate about it, I can tell you in my Rotary life, I have done 17 global grants. And I stopped doing it because I was losing money. Yes, I was not losing money. The 17 grants were for my club. And then when it came to counterpart funding, my club will be dilly-dallying and go, but we have not experience. And I will use my personal money because you have gone out to build me for yourself, for your international partner. And then say you can do this, you can do this. And suddenly, when the reality now comes, your club will be doing like this. So I stopped doing it. And as a matter of fact, I'm talking to you, I have a friend in Canada who has raised 78,000 Canadian dollars for us to do projects over the last 3 years. I have refused to accept that for a club. Yeah, I'm happy. You are getting also have that experience. So you have to be very careful. The United States president, the woman, I have talked to global grant projects with her personally. And she's been asking me whether I went to sleep. And I said I went to sleep. Now let's learn. Now, the paper is not to tell you how you can access, like I said, the network that may assist you. And I have told you the net here. Look at all these people sitting down here at the network. And how do you access international partners? First of all, you have to go for international conventions. And when you go for international conventions, it's not by sitting in your hotel room and looking at sightseeing. You have to engage the people you meet. The next person sitting next to you may be an invaluable person that can do projects with you and your club. So you have to go out. And when you go out, you write a package of projects that you want to market. And like I said, it's not business. Anybody you meet, you give the track to and go. And so you start, the first of all is to getting international partners. That's how there's nobody to get international partners. If you don't meet them, nobody will come to you.
And again, that also costs money. Because when you go for convention, you go for this, let's go for lunch, you pay for lunch, these little things. In those days, in my club, we used to so pay Mohammed. We go with about, about 50 cars. And start distributing, and we got some loss from such things. Again, when you are rather and anything, the people want to come and take photographs with you and everything. Don't take that photograph of that. Give them the start. Ask for what they can do for you. Yes. Now, next slide. I want to follow this slide. Host partners. You can either be the host club or international club. As host partner, these are the things. That is when you are now having a global plan. You are because the activities happening here. You are the host partners. It's very rare for you to be the international partner. But I can tell you, I feel like we ran into stormy water. Last year, we ran into stormy water because we were doing a project in Delta State, and we were the international partner. We were the international partner. They made us, because the people controlling the fund were in the US, they made themselves the host partner. And as soon as I thought the project, I said, please, don't do this project. Where is it done? That the will be the host partner. My club, they refused to listen to me. They refused to listen to me. They ran to stormy water. And here was the we had to surrender that. We had to look for Uge to say, please, because the thing was having patterning. It was a patterning. What happened is that there's a woman who's from patterning, living in the US, who mashallah club to say she wants to do project, and they did it. And they ran it again, they ran it to PhD Mohammed at the convention. So when they brought it, I said, this patterning. This is again, okay, let us join Ugeli with it. Ugeli will join it. Ugeli, there was nobody with any global experience here. And we move on in there. But when the woman was sending us to collect the dollar and sending us naira. No swear. And then it became troublesome. PDP Balogun, some people went to Patani to do. Then they ran into stormy water. And I said, I called here and I said, look, we have to determine this. And we go to the Rotary Foundation to say, please, we are no longer interested in this project. We retired the account. The project was still at 1 ton. So PSS was that please get it from the Rotary Foundation that we will no longer be liable. Remove our name from this project. But I'm not saying that it's difficult for you to be an international partner. Normally, clubs should be a host partner. But I've also said it's not unusual. That is one way that is unusual. Because it's bitter experience, and I don't advise you to go through it. Now, so as an international partner, that you can act as an international partner. That is like that I am telling you, I am inspiring you essentially. When you write your project, please say you are the project happening here. try to control the fund so that you can be accountable. Next slide. Now, the network that we are trying to build, the first point of the source is the district government. The district government has goes for, we have gone for training at the international assembly, we have met so many colleagues. We have we'll come back with some good partner proposal. But then she will only, or he or she will only deal with the club that is serious. Because the district owner and training were posted, my club can do this, my district can do this, I have clubs that can do this, I can do this. When it comes out with that, something, he or she, well, the way district owner is the he, I mean, or they are they will only come and deal with serious clubs. Serious clubs, because he does not want to come and spoil the image. So it's not I want to do a global gap. I want to do global gap. You must be serious. You must have people like our showcase who can be your people. Yes, because when it comes to funding, and they say you must be able to come up people to say, please, we promise to support this project with $5,000 as our own catapult funding. Please, people, there must be people in your club who will be ready to do that. Not doing that is to spoil your own image. I burnt my own fingers. There was a project we did. I went to Abuja 4 times to get waiver for shipment of hospital beds and equipment and co. I spent my own money to go to Abuja 4 times, sleeping in hotel and go to get the waiver. When the equipment eventually came, we needed a warehouse. And again, Rotary and myself, we paid for a warehouse. We were now contacting government agencies to distribute the equipment. If you cast your mind back about 1 year ago, when the group for the warehouse, I flooded this place with the bench and co. If you have to find it, you are here 5 years ago. I just put out all of them there. Because again, somebody spoke about this assessment. We did not do this assessment. I just let the partner said, we can give you this. And I thought it was necessary. When it came to now giving to the state government, giving them the state government, they started choosing. They started. And so most of them people. Again, most of the equipment, they were American specification. Including, electronic, we had to employ the electronic paper to come and repairing the thing. Now, the same type of, now the project, no, come back. The revenue foundation communicated by this man is a very people resource. And then the grant and steward subcommittees. Then there's one committee, alumni committee, that is important. Because the people in the alumni committee have also traveled, they have contacts and co. You can contact them when you like the global project to say, who can support me with this and this. Then the community service committee, they don't have the community service committee. That's like, anyway. Your club president, yes, go on. Well, the slides are there. You will see there, but there's a particular slide I want you to go. Of course, when you talk of experts, and that's why expertise, somebody like this is your manager. We have not spoken about that. And I want to mention the case that I don't know if any other person in the history who's the case that we have some people who have been trained. They are a very specific source. Dr. Kobi, you see, the case that they know they can advise you, they know what to do to a pitfall or how to avoid pitfalls and so. So when you write your project, please contact them. They are also going to pull all this into the network. So that you need to get that you know who to give you and who not to give you. Well, 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 yes. Service and engagement. Rotary offers many ways to take action and engage with a global community. These are some of the Rotary programs, resources, and partnerships you can use to connect with others and make an impact. Then the following slides are there. I will send all these slides to you and you study them privately. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. We are aware that the content is so enormous. The slides are about 20 something, if I'm not mistaken. And you can imagine doing that within 15-20 minutes. So I'll place the slides will be shared to all participants and the groups. Thank you very much, I appreciate you. Indeed, I will talk about the results. It's okay about you are a journal such things about. Thank you very much. All right. We need to have a tweet for another 15 minutes. That tweet is to have our finishing we're talking to us now for the steps. So we will do 10 minutes, then we'll have 10 minutes before we leave. Please. Please be with us, all your professional calls, and we will search. Yes, they will come after me. So, may I invite our Pastor Governor, Rotary, to come and talk to us on tips to increase club giving to Rotary Foundation. Let's get out of this veteran. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Wale. District Governor and Essential, District Governors, the President, and our Church District. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. President. We're all tired. We are not tired. We are all tired. We are not tired. We are thirsty or we are hungry. We are thirsty. Why are you thirsty? If you don't mind, the people on the column, can you just occupy this time so that you know we are not that we are too many for this one. So why don't we the few people are here? Why don't you just put this time so that all people can just be on the room? That makes more. We are waiting for you, please. Thank you very much. Fellow Rotarians, I propose that given to the Rotary Foundation. I'm going to propose that given to the Rotary Foundation this year. This Rotary year. I'm going to propose that given to the Rotary Foundation this Rotary year. This Rotary year. How much? $10. There is someone how much? $8,000. 8,000. 8,000. You know, at this level of the seminar, you know, we are all dollar rated. Nobody is talking of naira So how much will you give? $10? $11. Now, who has given more than 11? $1,000. That's a problem. $200. $150. Who else? Yes, sir. No, say it now, $0. No, just say $0. Now, how much? $0. Okay, yes, sir. How much are you giving this for trade? $0. Charter President, so there was aka come $10. $10. You are the spender of the money. We all control somehow anyhow. That $200. Exactly. How can you even work for your Rotary Fund? That this will be years. And you say, the European people want to give you and the people go and the people so and they are not tired. You can we don't give you multiple of $10. We don't give you multiple of $10. Let's have that $10,000. That is what I'm saying. How are you starting? $1,000. Okay, who is that? Not living. Who is that? Is that living? How much are we going to do for free? $10. 20. My classmates, we were classmates in 2002, 2003. How much have you given this for free? $0. Nasty. There are so many cases to give their representatives to test and there are reasons why we are working. Some of us we give as a form of art. It has not become an addiction. Do you know this? There are a lot of the people behind they give a form of addiction. So that if they don't know what else to do with their money, or the truth is that they don't know what else to do with that particular money, they must give every Rotary. Some of them do give $1,000, some of them do give $20,000. For me, I'm not telling you how much I give. Because when I tell you it is my business, it's a special combination between me and Rotary Foundation. Like to connect spiritually. So I've connected the Rotary Foundation to the books. And what I do is that I don't give and give. Okay? Just give, you have think about it. Now we will discuss and I will get this part into and begin to do things greater than others. Okay? Do you give through a specific needs? Anybody at your club level? Are you there to give? No. All right. Now, do you have a specific system to give? No. You get it through area. Now, that's area, not area. How would you have given area? Area is every right. Now, do you do it through a consumer system? We don't give it to one. I tell you, the essence of this particular session is to create our team, not only for our club, okay. I said, when you want to better to give like you're playing, like you got something. Okay, I.e. cannot start taking them. I know she has done something. Yes. Daddy died, right? And she decided to, and she called her friends together friend made a contribution to it, and she packed all the money and she gave it to Rotary Foundation. How many of us have done similar? Because we weren't thinking about it, because we're not approached to do it, because we just didn't know how to go about such. So that's strategy one. You can give through kind of somebody that died, somebody that came back there, and having a theoretical. So every photo, the remembrance of that, the remembrance of mom that I love so much, I want to. So you can tell people, just anybody, as a project, do it in remembrance of loving that is past. It will still increase our contribution to it. Okay? That's one. Strategy 2. How about coming together in groups to eat? In some clubs, they call it a right. We've done it in my club and it works now. Other folks are knowledgeable about regular contribution, otherwise massive in equal language. I joke, other folks don't I joke. Okay? So what's comes up from doing a job also? And every month, all 10 of us that are doing a job, $10, equivalent, right? So doing $10 will become every each month, i.e., in July. Okay, everybody drop down $10. And all of us will contribute, and he will become the area for that month. That the next month, all of us will contribute again, and she will become the area. It's not possible. Month 3, we will be the area. At the end of the day, all 24 at month 10 will have become Polaris, where it is on the it's possible. Come on, can't we all do it? All we need to do is to make sure that all of us are faithful to it. Right? We are faithful to it. I'm not against. No special thanks to professional people. So our check will be very from everyone. But if we can do this, we can do our job. At the end of the day, the club ultimately benefits. We also will benefit from such. Because maybe ordinarily I will not look like a 3 times past president just from if not like me or like people behind of that are addicted in, but for some of us we are now being converged into some disciplined healing system. Okay? So it's a possibility. Why not? Now that's continuing. Let's try the third one. The third one is what if our club is having a particular function. Okay? For instance, I will give at all of the times that my club is having its chapter anniversary. And I don't know if they already combined one day like that at the last time. It's possible. These are simple strategies that we know what we are not doing. We will only give, it's not as if we're not doing. It's not as if we are not doing other stupid. It's not as if we are not being like the ones that are addicted to giving. It's not as if we are not doing this to do and they are doing. We are doing it. We are doing it. But each time our club's anniversary comes up, and that comes only one time of the year, all of us will then be give. It's not possible. It's possible. For that matter, we don't. It's not as if we don't know, our consciousness are not told us that we should do it. But I know our problem, I don't know, do not know our first anniversary. I don't know our first anniversary. So what's the Madam President, when did you come anniversary? February 6th. February 20th, your club's anniversary. So every February from the club, what if you request your club members, your PhD and everybody, and tell them to please let us do have specific amount of money to contribute. Then right now, we can even deliberately make it deliberate signature so that you're not going to be at 8 next year. What if you do 38 times 1,000? So you do $30,000 on that day. Okay, just make it modest, right? Everybody does $38 on that day. It's significant, isn't it? Is it significant? So that we just post $38 on that day. We post $39 on that day. I want to go there. We post $20, right? You guys will be 19. So 20. You just post $19 on that day. Everybody does that. It works. You know, you are just making fun. And they just want anyhow from that. So that's great. Fourth one, which you all do there, all that properly, the district level basis on organize the function for that purpose only. Just organize the function for that purpose only. I'm going to put that as our problem. You have say, the rest of us do that. Maryland, yeah. Apple, yeah. Who else again? I know you guys are that. Okay. For the rest of us, let us organize a specific function for contribution towards the Rotary Foundation, Rotary International. These are possibilities, but usually they don't think about. Right? Now, all of us were alive by grace of God a few years ago. Okay, when PRFC, AKS, as in Accredited Society, you know what I'm saying? So, is that not the reason of AKS? When the Accredited Society was the beach, okay, it did a particular structure. So, tickets, right? And then it was only $5. And what will I give $5? What is $5? So I don't know that sold tickets before. Just pay for Rotary Foundation of Rotary Foundation. I know people that did it. You know, if you recall when I was the president. Then I was the president. I was the president. And then that's when we started. Somehow, from the because I don't talk about it. $5. Yeah, $5. And that was in 2022. So $5. And we were issuing certificates to people. Just certificates. And the certificate was $5 only. And each member was not asked to buy the $5. Each member were given the certificate. And they were just buying whatever they were selling the certificate. Unfortunately, it wasn't a huge stock. That's true. Because I was organizing that plan, it wasn't a huge stock. People were unable to really sell. However, for some of us that sold, I sold so much. And the idea was that we pack all the money to the Rotary Foundation, Rotary International, which was what we did. And for what we did also, we did at the district. Sell tickets, and you get value, you get recognized. So how many of our clubs, how many of us here in present have done such things? You see, these are cheap ways to getting there, but most times, maybe we just get a little bit lazy, maybe we don't want to extend our thoughts and we say it will not work, then we just should not have. Let me tell you, it's a big and very cheap strategy. Just print it out. Or just print a lottery ticket. Okay? And let somebody win something ultimately. We all know how lotteries work, don't you? Not everybody will win, but nearly everybody will contribute. By $5, by $5, and $5, and one person, and the rest of us are invited and supported one person to win. Okay? Those are nice things. Sell tickets and let somebody win. Or sell tickets and let everybody win. That's what I'm saying. That's two-in-one kind of strategy. Sell tickets, let one person win. That's pure lottery. Or sell tickets and let everybody win. Everybody wins so that they collect value in their foundation account. And when that's happening, what happens to all of them? The club wins, the district wins also. Okay? I'm mentioning all this, believing that honestly, this president is not only in November. I was going to June. It's enough time for us to play. Yeah, all this we can there. And all of us can really seriously win on that individual, okay, and jointly as a group. And the district also, the district is busy winning because all those constitutions are moving on in our field. All right, that's what, right? The next one. I will approach public organization. And demand of them. Demand, don't demand. We want your organization to be contributor for the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International. These are all what we do with fund. We're listening to it. All the money comes back to us. Ultimately, if we are smart enough, okay, how many of us have done that in our offices, in our friends' offices, in our uncles' offices, in our other relatives, our friends' offices? How many of us have gone to their office and made that presentation to what they demand for them as an organization to give us money for the Rotary Foundation? We don't do it. But don't you go out of sponsorship? Okay, remove your cap of sponsorship and turn it into a Rotary Foundation. It's not the same. It's the same thing. But we're not thinking of it from that angle. We're just thinking, oh, I know, I'm not asking for sponsorship. No. That's why, right? 6. How about meeting specific philanthropy? And the district level, you can talk about that. Yes. You identify such philanthropy and make specific demand of them. Please give us $10,000 for Rotary, for eradication of polio, for self-AKS to them. I mean, self-accredited society. It's possible. So these are simple ways we can take cheap money, and it comes into our club. Does it not? It comes to our club. Whether you like the like save to our club. Okay, I'm going to draw you the last 7 months. What if we just outrightly? We buy an item and we auction for that purpose only. We just buy an item, just one item. You auction it, and it is for that. It's for that. It is just for that. It's possible, It doesn't have to be something really, really big. It doesn't have to be something insignificant, but something that anybody will just. I did it for something and there it is. And we take the money directly to Rotary Foundation of Rotary. Now I'm going to go with the last one, the last of the last. The last of the last. Okay. Because my brother on this side, I think I share it now. We all travel. Every now and then, I forget what we see of. What stops you from creating boxes at points? Yeah. Sorry? Yeah. Or something to say that. Yeah, great boxes. Short ride. Take permission from them. Take permission from them. It was bad. Big organization. It was smaller organization. Okay? Supermarkets. Great boxes. And logical Rotary, polio, all those things there. And when people go there, they save and they drop some money every now and then. I know we've seen all these things happen at places, but how many of us have taken that step to doing it? Let me tell you all to now begin to think. There are so many things I've always opened my own ideas to you. These are possible. They are possible. Please stop making that. Okay? If you want anything to happen, get it done. Don't wait in the dark. When get it done, everybody sees what you're doing. Just get it done. Don't keep your ideas to yourself alone. Share your ideas. Call your club members. You do not have to be the foundation chair. You do not have to wait until you are president to share those ideas. And when you do all these things, what happens is that Rotary Foundation not only recognizes it, Rotary Foundation will recognize Rotary Foundation will recognize the district, and ultimately we get enough money to do bigger projects here in Nigeria. About the larger picture. So that's what I think of time. The larger picture is that the more we contribute, the more money that we come to Nigeria and the larger picture. Thank you very much for it. You can do it. That's the translations. You can thank you very much, sir. I can give you the things with quite about those things. They are being coming and we can see. And he said, you have to do this. If you want to get something done, don't think about it from the dark, but get it done. So we be intentional and we're ready to do that thing fast. Very much it is indeed a great moment. However, we should have that's the only way that we will just say we will be saying and I can advocate with as a select on our AKS. Yes, I saw that AKS and it was easy to be able to pay because the money was small. So you can turn it into milestones, like I said, and sell more. So it's a number. You can always have that's the fact. Thank you very much for finishing. Okay, so we're gradually coming to the end of the session. I've always said that there's a particular approach to some of these, especially applying for the global grants. And for these, some of us will just know all this and may not be able to navigate, the platform to apply properly, even though we have some veterans in the house that do this year in, year out, and they achieve it. So, but if you have some particular session, we take 10 minutes to just show us how to navigate and get these global grants. And of course, it's in 2 groups. This is already 1 group. So we're going to have the first 7 minutes of the session, and we have the second session.
So we have our different of the Rotary to lead us for the next 10 minutes of the practical approach to planning, and of course, to settle the years in the grants. We shall together for our assistant doctor, Femi Akodo, state so. So good afternoon. I'm standing on existing protocol, but let me appreciate the chair of Israel Rotary Foundation for the privilege and the invite. As mentioned, my name is Femi Akodo. I'm a past president of Rotary Club of Maryland. I also volunteer to the Rotary Foundation as a member of CADA of Technical Advisor toward the area of focus, maternal and child and disease prevention. So what do we do as a CADA? We advise and then we help the Rotary Foundation to evaluate this application that we're about to talk about. And since they said it's practical, I want to assume we all have our internet-enabled phone with us. So I'm going to request that we all log on to www.rotary.org. What happened? Okay. So let's all log on to. So once you log on to www.rotary.org, this is the page that you see. And then you click on My Rotary. Or you can scroll down and see where to sign in. I want to believe that there's no one in this hall that does not have an account. If, however, there's anyone that does not have an account, all hope is not lost. All what you need to do is just click on register. So you register and provide all the requested information. But however, for people like you and I have an existing account on My Rotary, so just sign in. So you click on sign in. And let me tell us that all application for global grants or like the district grant is done virtually. So it's online. But however, as I used to advise people that are doing it for the first time, there is a template document that is like the document we are going to fill online now that you will have used to practice so as to get yourself ready. So you can go to My Rotary and download global grant application template. It's a free Word document. So you can get abreast to what questions that they are going to ask. And if possible, you even have used that to complete so that what you are now doing subsequently online is to now translate or transfer what you have prepared of. So you enter your username and password to log in. So you are also doing that because we are not going to apply for a global grant in the next few minutes here. And you log in. Wonderful. The network is so fast, and I believe your own network is also responding sweetly like my own. So once you log in, this is the page, the welcome page that is open to you. So what you need to do is just come down. You see various boxes like this. Since all we are concerned about is grant, so what you just need to do is to click the grant center, and that takes you to the grant page. Everything that has to do with global grants, you're going to see it in that page as it's unfolding.
So beautiful. So this is the grants, Rotary Grants Center page. If you look on top, there are four menu. Ignore the last menu because you might not really see that menu in your own since you are not a member of KEDA. Because we also perform an activity, also both online and physical as well too. So if you open your own site, you're going to see my actions, my grants, apply for grants, and then home. My action is where if you have any pending, like for example, if they require maybe an authorization. So if you click on my action, any pending request that foundation by virtue of your application that you have either submitted or that you're about to submit or that you have even been paid anything they want you to do, that is what you see in the my action menu. For the my grants menu, that's where you're going to see all the list of grants that you are applying for, grants that you have applied and have been approved, or grants that you have submitted that you are waiting for the response of. And since what we are concerned is application, so what we do is to click on apply for a global grant. I hope you have done that on your. And once you click apply for a global grant, this is the page that it opens. You remember they were talking about district qualification. So the first thing you have to first of all check is that your district qualified. As you can see, is the district status in green saying what? Qualified. So which means our district has been qualified. So that's the very first step to confirm. If our district is not qualified, it's going to be in red and it will show that we are not qualified. So now that our district as status is qualified, then we proceed. So you just come down and then you're going to see this windows there. And as we were being told, there are different types of applications that you can, as far as global grant and grant application that you can do online. So we have the global grant, and then we have the disaster response grants, which are districts benefited, I think, during the era of the past district governor Akeredolu or so. And since what we want to do is global grant, so you just select global grant. And the moment you select global grant, you see that the button on the right will become visible and highlighted in yellow. So then you can now click on let's begin. And this will take you to the application form where you now begin to apply for the grant. For the application, there are almost like 12 sections or so. There is step one, which they call the basic information. You're going to provide, for example, the name of your project. For example, let's assume is District 910 mobile clinic. So once you are done by inputting the name of the project, the next is that requesting for that you pick what type or where does this your project out of these three types of projects be funded through global grant, because the global grants actually fund three main types of projects. One is what we call the humanitarian project, which is basically to address the needs of the community. The second is the vocational training, and then the last one is scholarship. I'm sure we are all familiar with all these various types. However, you cannot pick more than one type of. You can pick more than one because you have a project that has two components of these three. Like for those that still remember when we did
through surgical mission. I think it was during past district governor, scholarship was then past district governor came to, I can't remember. We did that mission also include the vocational training as well. So which means that the type of project that we are, if that kind of a project is what we are executing, in which vocational some training team are also coming from abroad, in addition with the needs of the community that you are meeting, to train them on a particular skill, then you pick, in addition to humanitarian, you pick the vocational training as well. It's solely on scholarship, then you pick the scholarship. So you go on and on to complete all the information there. And then one of the things that you also have before you start the application is you should have know your committee members. Because you're going to now input who are you that initiated the application. You are definitely assigned the role of primary contact because you initiated the application. So all other members of your committee or that project or global grants application committee, you need to now include and add them appropriately. And one thing again is you have an option of clicking whether you want to notify, like for example. So the role of that committee, since our role is host, we are the beneficiary of the project. So I will click host. And what is our district? Is it a club? I mean, I choose. Let me choose club because it's asking whether it's a club or district sponsored club. So it's expecting me to now type in the name of the member. The good thing about it is I cannot you can search, you don't have to know the details of that member because they are going to ask for the RI number and all those stuff. So all what you just need is to know the name of the person. So like now I'm going to search for the members of the committee. So what I will do is to look at the district. Our district is still 9110. So once I click 9110, it will list all the clubs in the districts. And then from that, I can choose. So the club, since my club is Maryland, that I'm familiar with, so I'll choose Maryland. So yeah, so you can see that if you come lower now, it has popped the names of all members of that club. So all what I need to do is to select who are who that want to be the member of the committee. So I don't select. So I just select, and once I select, you just click save. And immediately that you click save, it's going to load that person's name as one of your project committee member at the end of the day. I think the network is okay, so fine, it has gone. So you see that it has included the person's name in addition to my name as a member of the project committee. However, before you move on, if you want Rotary Foundation to notify people that you have enlisted as a member of the committee by sending them a mail so that they know that they are a member of the committee, there is, if you look around this side, it says notify, so you can send a notification message to them. So this, as I said, there are about 10 steps. This is just one of those basic steps. Because of time, we will not be able to go through all the steps. And as I said, download the global grants template. You will be able to, or I will send a copy to them in the districts, which they can share with you. That has all these steps with the questions that they are asking. Mind you, the same way we do with regards to online application, there's a precaution so that you don't lose all your efforts in the last few minutes. Don't forget to be saving. Otherwise, if you didn't save, you could lose. So there are two types of save. There is save and continue. If you are done with that step, you can save and continue so that you can take you to the next step. But if you think that you are that might be an issue, but you still want to proceed with that step that you find yourself, just click on save and all your documents, you can be rest assured, even if the website collapse or whatever that happens to that site, you can go back to all the information that you have saved and it will still be in line with what you are doing. So, as I said, you complete all those 10, 12 steps. And the very last step is authorization. And let me say that as part of your getting ready for the application, you must have met Dr. Akeredolu and told him that your club is planning, and he will have agreed to give you a certain amount of district designated fund. Otherwise, if you did not tell him properly, and they send the email for you to authorize, he would not authorize. Because if you are using district designated fund, they're going to ask him and the district governor to grant an approval for his use. So it's also part of the preparation. So you don't just go and start application without not notifying the district. Otherwise, but if you're not using the DDL, fine, you might not bother to inform them. So when you are done the very last month and you are sure of what you have inputted and you have proofread and you think all the informations are correct, then you can then now click the final submission button and then it will be submitted. So on every phase, don't forget that because it's so convenient, you don't have to spend all the days. You can be filling one step a day. Just say the following day, not do it again. Like for example, if I go to my grants, I'm likely to see this that I just did now on the list of my grants. On my grant that are various types that you see there, you see that it's what they call drafts. There are different phases of grant application. So the draft phase is where you have not submitted. And you still have the privilege to come back and come and edit. So like now, if you see the very first one that the one we did now, which is this, you can see that it has been saved as under my draft application. So I can come back until when I think I'm done to submit. If I not submitted and is now going for authorization, it moves from that draft phase to authorization phase, and you see it on the authorization list of your grant and all that you see both the grants that are submitted, both the grants that have been approved, both past grants that you have done. These are all what you see on my grant. As I said, the time is quite short that we could not, but I think with this practical approach, you see how simple it is. Don't be apprehensive. Grants is what everybody can do. One thing that I used to tell a beginner is, once you start, approach and you submit, even if you did not meet, like for example, we just had a Rotary club in Aba to package for a maternal and child. They submitted, the foundation felt that it did not meet the standard. They sent it to the coordinator of our cadre and identified that, okay, I'm the closest cadre to them. And now has to be involved. We have to send back reports of stewardship to the Rotary Foundation. So don't be intimidated at all. It's easy. Anybody can apply for it. All what you need is the zeal to start. And I think that is the essence of this presentation, so that we can get that zeal to start. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Simon. Thank you. That's a very practical approach. We are aware that the time is not enough. It's actually as much as we can. So that as we move forward, once you have the basics, then you can pick from that. Thank you very much, Assistant Director. I could appreciate you. And then we also have President for working with audience who is supposed to do an addendum to what he said at the same time. Take questions and respond to, likely questions within the next 10 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure we are on after the thank you very much. So, you take the questions as a case study. Thank you. Okay, further presentations of the time. It will be time for us to look at questions. If you have questions or you want to do clarifications on how to apply for either district grants or global grants, she's a person by the Daniel she has done quite a number successfully, and I'm sure she is capable to answer all the questions there. So please, if you have questions or clarifications, maybe focus this on forward so that we can take it and she will respond on the spot. So please, if you have any questions, please signify. Thank you very much.
My hard district governors, fellow Rotarians, my question is in two forms. Now, when we are going to have government projects, the club is supposed to contribute its own parts. The district will give their own DDN and all of that, the institutional partners or partner. Now, in a situation whereby a club who is supposed to be the host partner finds it difficult to contribute, and the international partner is willing to contribute everything, is there a fault or is there a problem with that? If that can be done, what are the implications to the host partner? Thank you.
If you forget, you want to answer over each or okay, let everything come. Yes, please.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'll stand on the existing protocol. My question is this: for Rotary year 2023 and 2024, is it late to apply for district grant?
Very straightforward. Any other question or clarification? Question, clarification, or thoughts? Okay, so you can take this too. Thank you.
Past district governors, DGE, DGA of 911, fellow Rotarians, First, the question raised by Rotary and Amen, sorry. It's not right for us to allow the international partners to pay everything. One doesn't speak right of our districts because we are the host partners. How can you say that we have a project and you don't have any money to put down, no matter how simple that is? No, I'm not talking about the club, because it is the club that initiated projects, if not the district. You apply to the district for detail. If you know you didn't have money at all, you won't even bother to apply it for it. Because in the future, you can't raise your head and say, yes, we did a global grant project. So we should not allow that to happen in our club. Instead, we might even bring in another club that can put in the money. So to build a joint project with the other club, so you save the place. Then I can't remember the question asked. There is never, it's only by June. This year is not late at all. It's by June that they will start answering clubs. But from July 1st to May 30th, right? No. If all your information and everything are ready, within 3 months you can write the form and submit it, and you get it this same year. This is my first global grant writing that application. We started filling the form, I think around January, February of the following year. I got an approval in May, but the money came in July.
I was concerned about this.
Oh, district grant. No, district grant over.
For district grant, usually after when you attend the seminar, you will be given the form and everything, but usually in July or March, by people of we do apply for district grant every global grant is all year. The reason why we do that for district grant is that we want to finish it that year because another one will come the following year.
Okay, so you see that's that right. Any other question? Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Rotary Obafemi. My DG and the fellow Rotarians, my question is, like we submitted for the district grant, when are we likely to get the feedback? Thank you.
Thank you. Next month. Yes, that's December. Yes, very soon. Don't open your account. Yes.
Then on the question with Rotary and email, I've not been sold now.
A bit more detail about the district grant that you asked for. If the amount you are going to be giving is exactly what that you ask for, what the district is going to give, then you get it better immediately. But sometimes there are, disparities. You can have, for example, you're asking for, you want to do a project of 1.5 million. And I say you have 500,000, so you want the district to give you 1 million. And when we do the assessment, we now can see that we cannot give you up to 1 million, we can only give you 600,000. So you get a letter telling you the district can only afford to give you out of the million, but there are so many clubs that can only give you 600,000. Can you be able to pull down that project that it comes to 1.1 so that your 500 and our 600 will match and you can do that project? Or are you ready to pay the difference? If you can raise more money, So you can rent up to 900,000, then well 600,000 for that. If you not getting a reply, then we not do. But some people may not be able to do it. You can say, okay, you wanted to provide 100 chairs in the school. Okay, cut it to 50. And then send us a new invoice or a new description. Then we'll be able to match it. So that sometimes causes the delay. But if it matches, you have for 500,000, we're going to give 500,000, we're going to check immediately.
Thank you. One last question.
On your question you asked, I've just been told that the club writing the proposal, that's the host club, must give 10% of the total project money. So if you don't have the 10%, you can't even do that.
DG, fellow Rotarians. This question is directed at AKF. You told us when you were doing your presentation that, sorry, my name is Lee William, Portugal President. You told us that you have a rollover, you mentioned a very large figure of $162,000 that we didn't apply last year as much and all that. But when I was putting projects together, I discussed with someone who is senior in our company. I told you about looking for district grants and all that for that project. The project cost around 6.5 million naira. So after that, okay, I will raise half of that and I will submit to district for the balance for district grant. So he now laughed at me. He said that, do you think district will give you 3.5 million naira? That never. I said, but I already will raise more, will raise the he said never. So now, listening to you, you said he had a rollover of $1,200 last year, and a very good component of that is the district grant. So I wonder why district is being stingy when when you have people who are willing to use the fund. So please.
Did you just say that?
Okay. Thank you very much. It's not the district is stingy. What the DDA funds, like what Dr. Kodo said, that's the district designated fund. They sent to the district. The district governor has to divide that fund into two again. Now one is for district grants and the other is for global grants. The district grants, the districts will distribute to as many clubs as they apply. But the global grants, the other half that is left will be just left for global grants. So when you come to the DG, even though there's no money for district grants, there is money for global grants. So the ones that tend to get rolled over usually are that piece that is for global grants. Because many people are not ready to go through the rigor that Dr. Kodo said to get into background. But if you want to get, usually the one is that everything is free completely. So if you have that amount and you have 100 blocks applying for the sector, and you have this amount, you need to be, equitable so that you can give everybody something. And maybe what you pray that not many gloves apply so that they can.
Thank you very much, my PhD. Now we have declared that this street is not stingy. The body is usually fully exhausted. For people you may have to try out because the money is not available. Last question, please. Your last question before I'm going to give it. That's a very long video.
My name is Emeki, the President. Please, mine is not a question, but a plea. This seminar is very common. So our activities, funding of our activities and projects. I believe that the committee repeats this on Zoom, not physical. You see that we are playing on the ground. And also looked at the Zoom invitation. You see, if you check the time that the Zoom invitation was sent, it's already, it's now people there and there. So what I'm saying is that I'm saying maybe that those agree.
I know. My
seminar, say, we're going to foundation this month. We had one, the monthly online training, and we had similar session on the 11th of November. Yeah, it was all online and Zoom. I can count the number of people that attended, there are less than 60. So it's not a question of not knowing, it's a question of interest. And this one is specifically meant to be physical, so that you can learn the practical steps. You can't teach them successfully on Zoom for that. So that's the thing. So it was when the organizers noticed that even here we have fewer people. Let's quickly get the Zoom link out so that maybe others can see John. It was supposed to be a physical program. We had the online one. That one notwithstanding, we still look at it in the coming years and see during one of the monthly designated programs online. We add another aspect of participation to see how far we can go. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And the link was shared about the same time we started. So we started late because they didn't come on time. That's why we're still here to this bit. Okay. Before we come in today, we want to do a kind of a seminar like this on Rotary Foundation without talking about people at zero. And of course, even if it's just 5 minutes, we must hear something about polio. And we have with us here Rotary and Clinical to talk about keeping polio at zero, speaking on behalf of PDG and so we have him step forward to give its of its presentation within 5 minutes. Thank you very much, sir.
Good afternoon. Please permit me to start on all the already established protocols to save some of our time. Apologies that we did not start on time, and so this is going to be a bit rushed. It's a short presentation anyway, but I'll try and get to the gist of it so that we can all, understand why we do what we do and why it's important for us to keep contributing to the Rotary Foundation in support of the polio fund. Next slide, please. So the outline goes this way. Please, next slide. All right. To introduce this topic, I'd just like to mention that Africa as a continent achieved our regional certification in August 2020. That was preceded by Nigeria becoming polio-free. Technically, countries are not certified polio-free. We are Rotarians, so we should be able to use the proper language. So when they say Nigeria was certified polio-free, Nigeria wasn't certified polio-free. Countries are not certified polio-free. They are only declared polio-free. So we were declared wild polio virus free in June 2020. But the African region, as a result of Nigeria being declared polio-free, was certified polio-free in August 2020. So the certification is for our Africa region, not for us as a country. If it's the only thing you pick from here today, I'm happy you learned something. All right, so what's our current global status? Our current global status is that we are still seeing wild polio viruses in the world, not in Nigeria. Pakistan, as at last week, the last results we got at the last week, 15th of November, showed that Pakistan already this year has 5 cases. Afghanistan has 6 cases. And that tells us one thing, that the goal of a polio-free world has been shifted by another year. Means that we have missed our target again by another year, because we are still seeing viruses. Now, much more important than the figures you see on the screen is the fact that we're currently seeing more environmental positive cases than actual cases in those places. Meaning that You know, for every case of polio that you see, every single child that's paralyzed or killed by polio that you see, we are looking that there are 200 more. Now, to look for those 200 more, we have a network of surveillance sites, environmental sites that we check. Even in Lagos, we have about 7 or 8 of them in Lagos where we check regularly to see if the virus is flowing in the community. And as I'm speaking to you, it's almost at a rate of 5 to 1 that they are seeing these environmental cases in Pakistan and Afghanistan, meaning that the virus, the load is, the body is much higher than what we are seeing in terms of the cases. Next slide, please. Now, also to just give us a bit of a shock, since our declaration and since our certification in 2020, the virus still came back to Africa. This time around, it was not local transmission, but somebody imported it from Pakistan. And if you look at that map, you see that there's Malawi on the map, there's Mozambique. Mozambique has had the highest body in Africa since then because they had 8 cases. But it started from Malawi, just a single case in Malawi, and then it went to Mozambique and became a problem. Now, it tells you that until we've dealt with polio everywhere in the world, nowhere is safe from polio in the world. So anytime they're asking you, can you polio to know? As polio no, why are they asking us to raise money? Let them understand that until we have dealt with polio everywhere, polio remains a problem everywhere. Next slide. Now, is polio really at zero? Because we keep saying ourselves, keep polio at zero, keep polio at zero, polio at zero. But are we really at zero? In terms of Nigeria, since 2020, since our declaration, we have had, in 2021, we had 415 cases of polio in Nigeria. These are circulating vaccine-derived polio cases coming from the virus that the vaccine will drop into the mouth of the children. What happens is that when you vaccinate children with the vaccine, since we're using a live virus in the vaccine, if we vaccinate all the children at once, all of them become immune, and we don't have a case of circulating variant poliovirus or vaccine-derived poliovirus. But because our campaigns are not optimal, because we do not vaccinate as many children as we need to, we are never able to vaccinate 100% of the children at all times. There are pockets of children that we leave unvaccinated, and those children become vulnerable to the virus that the vaccine that we are giving to children that are protected. So CVPVs affect children who have not been vaccinated, or the virus that causes their paralysis is the live virus that comes from our own vaccine. So the only way we can prevent it is to ensure that when we vaccinate all children. That is the only way we can prevent it. And to ensure that we will still with the other. So you can that even in 2022, we had 48 cases, and already here in Nigeria, we have had 43 cases. So let's ask ourselves a question. Are we really at zero? I think it's rhetorical. I'll leave you to make up your mind about the answer. Now, if you look at peace, you see that we were struggling with polio for a long time. And when it came back in 2014 and in 2016, and everybody was sad, and how many cases of poliovirus did we discover then in 2016? You can remind me, please. Who remembers? It was just 4. It was just 4. And we were sad about 4 cases. But is you see that in 2022, you can see how high it was, 450 cases. Children that were paralyzed, children that were killed, homes that were affected, people that will never be the same again. You know, so we still have a problem, and this is why we need to keep contributing to the Rotary Foundation's polio fund. Next slide, please. Now, how did we get here? The major reason for our problem today is because we had a global COVID pandemic, and when we had that, we stopped vaccinating, everybody stayed in the house, there were lockdowns. So a large number of susceptible children came into the pool at this time. They were not vaccinated. I remember before that, we had already removed the type 2 variant of the virus from the vaccine. So a lot of our children there were not immunized against that particular strain of the polio virus. So for a long time, we were not vaccinating, routine immunization was not going on, campaigns were not going on. And so a lot of children were born that were susceptible. Now, another thing was that because when this is trying to raise money and produce vaccines for COVID, our own polio vaccines began to have shortfalls. So when we were having outbreaks, instead of us being able to respond immediately, we couldn't respond because there was no money for our own vaccine and there were no vaccines available in the production line. So the entire thing was a mess, and it took us a long time to get there. Another thing is competing global priorities, recession, all time, everywhere. So we couldn't really respond as much as we could. Companies said, did you celebrate too much? Did you celebrate too much? Like I mentioned, we have not really actually had polio at zero. What we have had at zero is white polio, but in terms of absolutes, we have actually never had zero. So why did we celebrate the way we celebrated? Which made people to relax, which made Rotarians stop contributing, which made Rotarians stop coming out to support polio vaccination. Maybe we celebrated too, but that's the question I want us to ask ourselves. Now, our healthcare system is overburdened. I work with these people, and since the beginning of this year, there has not been a month of present. We're doing coronavirus vaccination, we're doing measles vaccination, we're doing diphtheria vaccination, we're doing HPV, human papillomavirus vaccination. As we are dropping this one, we're picking up going. As we are dropping this one, we're picking up going. People are stressed, people are burdened, everybody is tired. So that's another problem we have. And then we have a shortfall resources and donations to help polio. In fact, polio house, we used to be how many staff? We used to be 8 field coordinators. Now we are 3. Resources are limited. All over WHO being said, laying off staff because resources are limited. Before, if we had a meeting like this, we would come here and we'll give you t-shirts and hats. We can no longer do that because we are limited, because we are not contributing. And people are insisting that because we are not giving them half, they will not do it. And I wonder why. Because even in countries where they do not have natural polio plus community, people are donating to support polio. But in Nigeria, you get this entitlement on the Oshoko recently, and I gave this beautiful speech, trying to get Rotarians to come out from OBR. And it's no Rotarian just came and poured cold water on everything I said. And on what means they were not here. A senior Rotarian was really disappointed. I didn't know the only thing of okay. I was visiting 6 clubs. So why are Nigerian Rotarians refusing to donate, to contribute, to come out, when people that don't even have this problem are contributing and supporting? People are traveling from overseas to support us. So these are the things we need to consider, contribute to the foundation. Now, please, we need you. We need you to help us create awareness for polarization. We need you to advocate. You know the chairman of your government, let them support us. Let them support the health departments. Support our vaccination team. Sometimes you don't even need to go far. People come to your streets. They will be coming on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They're coming to where you live. They're coming to where you work. You see them carrying the vaccine and they pass you and you pass them and you tell us you don't know. But sometimes you're stopping and saying, how are you? Where are you from? What are you doing? What are the challenges? Can I help you in any way? Just like that, you can solve a lot of problems. There was a time I was visiting my family, and on Sunday, my family had gone to church. I was only one. And they came and they knocked. What's happening? They said they wanted to vaccine. Oh, where are you from? That was in Ilorin. I work in Lagos. And I simply wore my clothes and I followed them around the neighborhood. I went to vaccinate a lot of children. So you don't need to be formally dressed to support our program. You just need to care. So please, we need your support. We need you to help us resolve non-compliance. We know people who are talking about vaccine refusal. They want to make some population. You know that not true. They are saying it for your WhatsApp group. I'm sure you are saying it for your WhatsApp group. Somebody that is and they want to reduce the problem. What do you do about it? We talk. Did you say something about it? Do you defend our program? Because if you do not defend it, people. And right now, last round we had in Lagos State. I can tell you that we had less than 70% performance, which means there were a lot of vulnerable children that were created from the last that we had. And we had to revaccinate 17 out of 20 because of misinformation, because of rumors. And we have Rotarians in this WhatsApp groups who are actually saying something. Please, we need you to help us. We need you to donate. We need you to donate to support the Rotary Foundation. We need you to become a Polio Plus Society member. $100 donation per year till we get rid of this problem. And we are very confident that we will soon get rid of this problem. And then we need your club from 100% Polio Society club. There are 20 members, if you're 10 people, 40 members, all of you can do $100 donation contribution to $100 actually to the Rotary Foundation Polio Fund. If you become a 100% Polio Plus Society club, I think right now in Nigeria there's only one club that makes that report. Why not you? Next. So please help us. We need you for advocacy. We need you for awareness creation. We need you for fundraising. We need you to volunteer. Another round is coming up on Saturday. Please join us in the field. And please, I cannot emphasize this enough. Be plus of Polio Plus. Bring something extra to Polio Plus. I'll give you an example. When I go to my church and I come down from my vehicle, the children rush me. Why are they rushing me? They're expecting to see sweet biscuits and all that. So when I'm giving them biscuits, sweet, the day I bring back things, all of them will also collect. They will also rush back for their bad thing. So if you are the one that is bringing good to your community, the day that they want to do power projects, you are supporting. The day that they want to do water projects, you are bringing something to the community. The day you also bring the vaccine, they won't be able to say no. So please, let's keep doing it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rotary Benga. That was well said. There was no time, so we would have given you all the day to speak because we actually need this sensitization. Thank you, thank you. We hope to bring you on board much data in the future. All right. At this point, I will hand over the microphone to our chairman, the Rotary Foundation chairman for the district, Rotary Dr. T.D. Akiri AKS to lead it to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I salute many of you who stayed with us all through the day. It shows your passion for Rotary and passion for the Rotary Foundation. Well, I don't need to summarize all the things that have been said. If you identify the project partner, so just like past President Williams have said, the opposite sometimes can against letters of bills from clubs in India. They don't want me to represent or say I'm an international partner. They don't want your money. Because Rotary just said yes, you must have an international partner. Then you put your money, you put it there at zero. And then they say, well, they're ready to pay for everything, but they don't want to get EDF from other places. And when I'm getting EDF, they say, you don't have to and they will go. So in one good way, if you have the money and you want to get DDM and so on, you will be able to get the global grant done. Approaching, community needs assessment, well said by our DDM. But one thing I also need to say about community assessment, the Rotary Foundation, the people that screen the application now look very closely whether you really need a community assessment or not. Because people just write, okay, we want to do a goal, and we need contact assessment. We are saying that they need goal that place. Then you need it. What do you have? Anybody you go to that said you want, do you need it? Would you like to have a goal? Yeah, it was a year. What is that? If you say you want to assess that you discover that they don't have good water, their water is bad. Then you actually really it needs assessment. Just say you went to there, you go to a school, do you like exercise? But if you say that short of that is the kind of way you answer it. Because they look at the way you answer those questions. Qualification and stewardship, yes, very important because Rotary Foundation want to know that you're going to spend the money quite well. That's why they want you to attend the grants management seminar. So that you will say, I wasn't told, you'll be told everything. They are very scrupulous about handling donors' money. How you handle it, they want to know scrupulously. So You will say you didn't have, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. You said you attended it and you signed that you have done it. That is why it's very important. Because they don't take it kindly to any person that is managing Rotary Foundation money. They will strike, they will ban the district, they will ban the club from accessing it until you beg for mercy. Because they will allow you to access it again. But generally, that is what I could say about the program. I thank you very much. On behalf of the district governor for saying this long. And yes, we will be having a lot of training, like our district trainer has said. District learning facilitator. That's what sorry, I have to say it. And yes, we will learn a lot about the foundation. And with that, we can be able to move the district to the bigger level. The question we have that we keep having global grant money being rolled over from year to year. There's money left there. Now we are making for people to apply for global grant. The only way that district grants will get exhausted very easily because there's so many people that the requirements are very big. For global grants, they are very good. Please apply for it and let us know the money is there for you for that. I want to thank you very much and wish you happy holidays. Happy that we are coming for the foundation dinner. The tickets are still there. The bus please be there. It's part of the private with the Rotary Foundation. And some of the money you pay will also still go to support it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Put your hands together. Thank you very much. Apply and get the money they want it for business. So if only you want that again, if you want that again, I don't have to benefit. Why not? Please tell your group that now I know how to apply for the global bank. Let's get these dollars. So get it and make a wonderful impact as we raise hope in the world. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready for the national anthem for the day. After the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Rise, come back. Thank you very much.